Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now this one is the Ember Cup of the Pokemon Go scene. I do play that ranked, even though I am very, very terrible at said game. So as we can see, our opponent is running Charizard, Poliwrath, Piloswine, Hisuian, Coolfish, Litleo, and Jumpluff, whereas I am running Venusaur, Charizard, Galvantula, Houndoom, Piloswine, and Poliwrath. Now, in the picking stage, I just had a sixth sense that the Charizard was going to be used, so I thought, let's start with the Poliwrath, and if he uses his Piloswine and Litleo, it could be good against that. Also picked up the Galvantula pretty much just for the Charizard, just in case Poliwrath died, because I was certain that Charizard was going to be used, and picked up a Charizard for myself because of the Jumpluff and just in case that was a possibility, because I was a bit scared because I didn't really know if the jump off was going to be a big threat or no. So anyway, going into round one, start off with Poliwrath. He starts off with the Litleo, which is great matchup for me. He then obviously switches out because it's doomed, and brings out his Piloswine. He gets his charge move off. Pretty sure shield this one. Just because I was scared, I didn't really know. I kind of forgot if ice was strong against water or not. But here's I think I made my first blunder. I actually switched to my Charizard, which was in my mind at the time. I was like, it's ice versus fire, forgetting that one, Charizard is flying, which is weak to ice, and two, Piloswine is also ground, which is strong against fire. So blunder number one, big sad, upset. We move on. Bring back out the Poliwrath. To finish off, he gets charge move off, sadly. Again, I tanked this one though, because I realised I was being stupid. I used Ice Punch just to save a bit of energy and take out the Piloswine. Now, so now he brings out his Charizard. I used the Ice Punch just to bait out the shield, which does work. Big good, very good. But here I'm pretty sure, another mistake. I wanted to switch to the Galvantula before I used my charge move, but I tapped the charge move before like reevaluating my choices. So that goes through. We take another shield, but at the same time we almost lose Poliwrath, but it's pretty much dead. So yeah, we switch to Galvantula. He switches back out to Litleo, which again, forgetting that fire is strong against bug. It gets clapped. And then he finishes it off with another charge move, taking him a Poliwrath, leaving Battle 1 as a loss. Heartbreaking stuff. So, yeah, in that round there was a couple of blunders that I knew myself could have been better. I have been away from Pokemon Go for 3 months, so I'm a bit rusty. So now, going into round 2, I thought he would stick with the same matchup. I wasn't as scared of the Jumpluff as round number 1. So I pretty sure I stick with Poliwrath, just because I thought he was going to stick with the same one. So I was like, it's good against the Litleo, it's good against Charizard, and it's good against good against all three. It's trifecta, very good if I use it right. I switched the Charizard out for a Venusaur solely for his Piloswine, and I stick with a Galvantula just for his Charizard, even though I know they're kind of like double-edged sword. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I have quite a good bit of coverage because I was certain that he wasn't going to make any changes to his team, just because you wouldn't change it if you're winning. which it doesn't. So same startup. He brings out the little Leo. I have the Polygraph, which is great for me. Um, so get the charge moves up, hit him with the Scald. Probably should have just hit him with Ice Punch just to kind of bait out the shield, but we didn't do that. Shields, fair enough. And now I'm pretty sure he does switch. I'm pretty sure yeah, he switches. He does switch to the Piloswine, get off another Scald, which is pretty good because he doesn't shield, so we get quite a fair bit of damage to the Piloswine. I then switch to the Venusaur, which I don't think was the best play, to be honest. But again, rusty. So he almost dies. We managed to manage to get a Frenzy Plant off. It does a small bit of damage, not too much. Fire. But yeah. So it kills Venusaur. Switch back out to the Poliwrath. Then he gets his charge move off just before me. A panic shield because I didn't think I was going to be able to tank it. I probably could have, to be honest. I probably should have just kept the shields. Get hit with Ice Punch and take out his Litleo. Now, at this point, I'm thinking I've got it in the bag. He's got his Charizard, I've got a Poliwrath and a Galvantula. He's only got one shield. I does have two shields? Oh, I'm forgetting now. So shield one, yeah, I only had one shield. So, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm good. We've got the Galvantula, we've got a shield. We're in the bag. It's golden. He uses a charge move, pretty sure Dragon Claw uses. But even then, I'm like, we should be able to get a charge move before him. It's done. It's done. Nah, it wasn't done. It was done, but not for him. Yeah, sadly he gets another charge move off. Blast Burn. And one hits my Galvantula. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure I did throw my phone down because I was adamant that I was about to win round 2, and I lost, and I was a bit tilted. And yeah, so in that tilt, going into round 3, I had a game plan because I knew, it's 2 rounds in a row now that I've started my Poliwrath, so I was certain that he was going to use the jump bluff. This was all before I got tilted, so I had a bit more clarity. But as you can see here, I don't pick anything to counter the jump bluff for round 2 because I was just like, yeah, it says done. I just gave up pretty much. So, Nightmare start, exactly how I thought it was going to be before I got mad and lost all sense of self. He whips out the jump bluff, and we have absolutely nothing to counter it with. So switch out the Poliwrath for the Galvantula, just because I thought, jump off's flying, could be good, wasn't good at all. He instantly switches to the Litleo and just chips away at the Galvantula. It's just nothing I could have done. I do shield just because I'm like, I could get a charge move in again, maybe. I do. But I'm pretty sure he just shields it. Yeah. So, bang, done. Switch back out to Poliwrath, just because he's got the Litleo. Get off a Scald, which again, I probably should have used an Ice Punch just to save a bit of energy because he was already nearly dead. Didn't hit him with that. His Litleo dies. He then switches back to his jump bluff. And, at this point, it's just a downhill battle. I've already threw the bag. Strategies out the window. Everything's out the window. Didn't even shield. I was just heartbreaking stuff. I pretty much just gave up. But then, it wasn't until the end when I whipped out Piloswine that I realised I probably could have, won this set just for the Piloswine alone. If I just didn't switch into Galvantula and switched into maybe Piloswine, I could have maybe have won it. I mean, I know that's a risk with the jump off, but it was like one of the best chances. But at that point, it was pretty much just game over. It was, I'd already through so much. It's just number one rule of this game: don't get tilted. That's what I've found out. Like, it's bad. Nothing good comes out of it. No wins come out of it. Very, very bad. Very poor. So yeah, take out his Charizard, but there's not much we can do at the end. He gets his Charles move off before me, and it ends with a 3-0 loss. It's it is what it is. So yeah, that was my round two of the Ember Cup. If anybody has any advice or any suggestions for the cup or my team, I know my team's a wee bit. Please leave a comment and tell me how I can improve, because I always want to do that. And if you got to this point, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next round. Good luck to my opponent in the next round as well, and see you later.